Welcome back. We are not in Exmouth or our tent or a van anymore. We're at home.
Last week you would have seen that we said goodbye to Vance because he needed to get shipped down to Perth to get his engine rebuilt, which meant we had to live out of a marquee/tent for a few weeks.
Yeah, disaster. See it all here, but
that was that just wrecked us. We were so run down after that.
You can probably still hear it. It's just cooked.
Yeah, barely sleeping. It was a mess. So we just flew from Exmouth to Perth, which is where we are now. We treated ourselves to a nice Airbnb, and we couldn't be more grateful that we did that.
Yeah.
We're here for 2 days. We'll be running around, and Ton and Reese are thankfully bringing Leo down, so they'll meet up with us in a few days when they come down here. We're going to do some running around today while we don't have Leo, and then after this, we're going to go to a caravan park and meet up with Vance. We're going to live out of Vance for a few weeks while his engine gets rebuilt, and then go from there.
Yeah, we honestly could not be more grateful for recent time. Like, they let us basically stay in Exmouth to begin with. Otherwise, we would have been 100% stuck up there. And now, as much as we do miss Leo, it's nice knowing that he's still travelling with his family, basically. So they've given themselves, I think, 2 days to get down here, and then we'll be reuniting with him in a day or so.
This is so funny, our rental car. Going from a 40-year-old van to a new, somewhat electric...
Yeah, hybrid Camry. When I first hopped in, I was like, where's the handbrake? And it's a button. And it automatically goes off when you go into gear.
This is so weird.
The weirdest time.
I think it's very clear that we love older vehicles.
Yeah, and it's really quiet to drive.
It's almost too comfortable.
I don't like it.
There's like heating and air conditioning. Like, who wants that, right?
I really don't. And I don't feel like I can see a whole lot. There's like 1,000 windows and we're right up front, but here I feel like I'm just squinting out of these little viewing holes.
Oh, this is so funny.
It's such a little wheel.
I feel like we're like city slickers.
Yeah, look at us.
Got a hire car for this first day so that we could do running around. We don't have Leo. We don't need to think about anything. We can just do running around. And courtesy of RIP, the Queen, it's a public holiday. So
a random one-off public holiday.
It's a Thursday. It's a public holiday for mourning for the Queen's death. So we were planning on going and doing a lot of things, but now we can't really do anything.
So a lot of places are closed or they don't open until later.
And now we have to give our hire car back this afternoon. So what a waste of money that's been.
Oh man, I cannot wait for each step is one step closer to where we are going to be eventually. We just cannot wait to get to Adelaide and start our new build on our new adventure vehicle. But there's just a lot of logistics and figuring things out between now and then. I think one of the things that we can say for sure about living on the road, the biggest downside is when something happens to your vehicle. So you're out of a home and you're out of a car.
Two terrible things to be out of independently.
So definitely worth considering and, saving as much as you can and putting that aside because these things will happen. Obviously, it'll happen more if you have an older vehicle, but so...
I guess now, we were going to take it to do stuff, but we tried to do things and then we couldn't. So now here we are. I think we're just going to treat ourselves to more sleep and not hearing the whipping of a canvas tent flap in the wind over and over and over again as we got so used to being covered in red dirt. I think this is the cleanest I've been in a long time. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. But we'll take you along for this next little chapter of ours.
You happy to be back, buddy? Yeah. And some grass, too. Wow!
Yeah. Nice.
Do you think this is for you, do you? Wow.
Wow. Oh, she's beautiful. Leo doesn't like it. What's the steam, Leo? What is it, huh? Yeah. Leo's finally getting a wash. Yeah. Well deserved, bud. Good boy.
Tomorrow, we've got to take poor old Leo into the vet to finally be desexed. Poor little guy.
Yeah, we figured this was the perfect time to do it because we have so much spare time and downtime. Like, we literally can't go anywhere. So this would be the perfect time before we then are crazy busy in Adelaide and then want to be back on the road again. We want to make sure he has enough time to just fully relax and heal properly. So that's something to consider if you do want to get a puppy while you're living on the road, is that obviously if you want to de-sex them, that's a whole other process, I guess.
Yeah, it means we'll be dropping him off early in the morning, be organising a fair bit of stuff around here, and then picking poor old Leo up in the arvo, hopefully not too mentally scarred from the whole ordeal. Alright. Cleaning out Vance. Thankfully, we did a lot of it up north, so it's really not a whole lot. The lucky owner of Vance is going to receive all these goodies. And just got to clean, and then a little later on, like closer to when we leave, I think we're going to put a fresh lick of paint on as well, so it's going to be looking fresh, Vance.
Good boy, Leo. We're getting you a more comfortable cone. Good boy. Oh, you're so tired. I'll give you a new one. That should be way more comfortable.
Get out of there.
Oh, he's so tired. Good boy.
Is that okay?
Good boy. Is that
Is that okay?
better? Oh, he's so tired.
Oh, my.
Just relax.
Here.
Just relax.
This is what our life has been like for the past little while. Leo's been recovering very well. You might not look very happy. Not too long to go, mate. Lots of work on laptops, and also lots of planning for the next build. The previous build was done also in a similar fashion, where I think only I'll be able to understand any of the drawings.
Just in your little notebook.
Just not to scale, just drawn. A few people asked me about Vance's dimensions and plans and things like that, but sadly I can't really share. I just have a brown book filled with doodles, so I've tried to help people where I can with the T3 builds, which I've seen popping up a fair bit now, which is really cool to see this sort of rough build for a T3 actually put into place, because it is a lot better than the original like Westphalia style fit outs that they used to do. But yeah, it worked last time, so I'll do it again. I don't know how to really use computers for designing, and I'm much more hands-on when it comes to like designing things, so it's been trying to figure out as much as we possibly can before we get to Adelaide for then the build. So the rough plan ideally is, there's so many moving parts, it's been a logistical nightmare, but we've got a deposit down on Vance, which is a big positive, so we know that that's got a home to go to, or that he's got a home to go to once the rebuild's done. We have the new vehicle at a mechanic getting a bit of an overhaul with a few different things that we've organised. That's in Adelaide. We've been chatting to different companies where we're going to be getting supplies for the build so that it's a quick turnaround. We're going to be going back to the place that we did Vance's build in Adelaide the first time, Sane Makerspace, that was like the coolest thing ever. It's like the biggest workshop. You just pay a fee for the month, and then you just have this whole workshop space with all the tools. And Matt, the guy that runs it, is an absolute legend and helps out. It's almost like having a woodshop teacher, and if ever you have any problems, you just ask him and he can give you a hand. So we couldn't go past going back there again. I sent him a message the other day and he's excited to see us. So we're then also getting some higher quality plywood delivered there. Obviously we haven't physically been in the vehicle, so dimensions are hard to have exact measurements for the build, but I've tried to find as much as I can online, which is also a very hazy area for the specifics of it. So I've got like a lot of rough measurements, but until we get there I can't finalize anything at all. Then what else? Oh yeah, and the car's not even registered, so we need to get my New South Wales license changed to a South Australian license and then get it registered in South Australia before we can even drive it. So all this is supposed to be done, plus a doors on respray of the vehicle. All this is supposed to be done in like 5 weeks, which is insane. We've also got to organise what we're even like living in. So I think it's almost time for another coffee already and just get stuck into some more work today. That is a very different colour to what it was. I was not expecting that, but hey, looks pretty schmick. Don't you reckon, Wayne? Last day in Vance.
It's pretty
weird,
like
really weird,
surreal almost. Like Vance has been our home for almost 3 years. And now we're just, this is it.
Yeah, very different to what we imagined,
Yeah.
I think, finishing up. But I just started out as being a van for weekend trips. And then now we've lived it in for almost 3 years, which is staggering.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, I think it's I haven't even really processed it myself, but I think because we knew we were getting this next car, we already knew we were going to be saying goodbye to him. We just didn't think it was going to be this early.
Last night tonight, and then begins the chaos that ensues.
Next chapter.
Kind of sad, but exciting, but stressful. But it's weird. I think it's going to be really hard to process. And not now. I think it's too chaotic for me to really process it all. But it's quite strange.
Yeah, Vance is the OG. He showed us so much of Australia, and he showed us what this lifestyle is like. Like, obviously we fell in love with it, so. Yeah.
We made sure he's going to a good home. That means he's got plenty more years left in him. It's just annoying that we couldn't tend to some of the issues while living on the road, but having a home base makes it super accessible, so.
Yeah. I think, we're just gonna cozy on down, maybe make some popcorn and just, say goodbye to the guy.
Yeah.
Aww. Don't
sad.
get attached to your cars.
No, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
But
watch us just get connected to the next car.
Yeah, I already am. We haven't even met him
We
yet.
haven't even seen him yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to leave today's episode here. And then we're going to be really on it with what we capture with the build phase. So we're sort of trying to make sure it's documented as best we can. Yeah. Lots and lots and lots of stuff to do, and we'll bring you along the whole way. So I think definitely weekly, if not twice a week, depending on all the stuff that we achieve each week for the next far out, I don't know, month or two at least, and then we're straight into traveling and being on the road again in the new vehicle. So stay tuned for the vehicle reveal as well.
That's
and you'll finally get to see what our new little adventure vehicle is.
I can't wait to share it with you. It's so cool.
So I'll see you on the next one.